Hey guys, hello, and this is day 3. Let's keep going. So, yesterday we finished this HTML program, and now we are continuing with CSS program. Okay. So basically this is just reminding from the previous lessons that every HTML document should have this doc type, which will declare to the browser which version of HTML we are using. And besides that, it should have this HTML tag, which contains all elements that we use on the page. Just to explain, CSS, as said here, is Cascada Style Sheets. And it's basically a language that's going to tell HTML how to look on the page that we are building. So basically it's styling. You can think of it in the following way. We draw the picture with HTML and then we use colors with CSS. So basically all of this is just working over again what we learned in the previous program. Okay. So just a quick reminder, when we create HTML document, it needs to have this doc type that we mentioned, then it needs to have this HTML tag where everything that we add goes into. And then we have this head. This is the information that won't be accessible directly on the web page, but it will be accessible in the back side of the things, like for the browser to do search engine optimization. And then finally we have the body. That is the part that will be visible to users when they go to the web page. Let's see what main element in HTML does, because I forgot. Okay. So basically main element is something that each page has, and it's the unique content of that page. Each page should have only one main element. For example, in this case we are making Café Menu, and this main element of this web page will have all the prices. So basically those exercises right now are very easy, so I am going a little bit faster through them. Okay, so okay, let's see. So now we are finally starting to make some style changes, and what they are teaching us here is that we can use style element within the head element. That's right here. Okay, so basically H1, those curly brackets, we need text line property, and then the value is center, and then this. Okay, so the heading moved to the center. So they are basically telling us that we can select each type of element by its opening tag, like H2 and P. Just give me a moment, I'm going to copy paste this. Like I said, H2 or P, and then use the rest of the code, like the property and the value, and they're going to be centered. So here is a nicer way to do this. Instead of writing so much like here, we can just go here and write H2 and P, and so everything is centered. So what we have here is two files. One is HTML and the other is CSS. And basically we are taught here that we can and we should, the better practice is to have a different file for those styles. And now we need to write those styles inside of this styles element, like here, without those style tags. Let's see if this is good. Yeah, that's it. Good. As you can see, they have different extensions. This one is HTML and this one is CSS. So basically they taught us how to connect this HTML file and this styles CSS file by creating this element that is called link, giving it this attribute rel, like relationship. It's telling us that this is a style sheet relationship. And then this href, hypertext reference, is leading us to this styles.css file, which then imports this code that we have here and does the magic, as you can see. Oh, so link element is a void element. It doesn't have a closing tag. So basically within this meta element we can add this content attribute, which will help us when we open the page on different device, the device of different width and dimensions, like the mobile phone or iPad or something like that. It will keep the same look. So what have I messed up? Oh, my code needs to have two meta elements. Okay, got it. So this is background property, but I have made a mistake. I need to reference body. That's the element on which we are going to make the change. Then we have background as a property, and we have brown as a value, and this is currently not reflected for some reason. Oh, it's background color. Okay, here we go. Looks like something. Okay, so basically we have learned that there is this div element, which stands short for, let's see, division. So basically it's dividing the parts of HTML page, and then we can call each of those parts probably by this ID attribute and style them differently. Like if we didn't use those div elements, we would have the same style throughout the whole document. But if we want to have sections with different styles and colors and stuff, we would need to use this div element. At least that's my understanding at the moment. Good. Okay, so let's target this menu, and what do we want to do with it? I'm not sure. Width 300 pixels. Something is missing. Okay, I didn't see any change. Okay, let's go on. So as you can see, we can change the width in pixels, and we can do it as well in percentages. In pixels we have specified like absolute dimensions, and in percentages we have specified the part of the body element that we want this, let's say, menu um, element to have. Like we gave it 80% of the space that we have on the body for this menu element. So basically what we learned here is that you can use different types of selectors to style elements, and for now we have been using the type of element, which would be the header, the paragraph, like body and so on. Then you have ID selectors. Example of that would be menu, and the most common way to select different selectors for styles is by using the class, and that's done by putting dot and then the name, the ID of the element. Let's check it out. So we have this division element with ID menu, and we have selected as a class right here, dot menu. If we were to use hashtag menu, that would be ID selector. Okay, so now we are removing this ID attribute and replacing it with class. We have done this so that our styles would work on this element, on this division. So finally we are learning something useful. I mean, all the time we have learned something useful, but now it's becoming interesting because we can already make out something with this. Let's see, we can finally set the background image for the web page. And in this case, we do it by using this property. Then using this URL. Just basically URL, you have the brackets, and that's it. You put this at the end. And we have the background looking quite nice. So we now have this article element. It will contain a flavor and price of each coffee that we can offer. Sounds nice. So article element usually has multiple elements that have related information. In this case, it will have the coffee flavor and the price for that flavor. So let's do it like this. We need to say French vanilla, and then the following one. Oh, this is bad. We need it to be inside of paragraph. Then one more paragraph that will have 3.00, which will be the price. Okay guys, I will make a pause here for today. I have some other stuff to do. I'm finishing my master thesis and I have a lot of work at the moment. So thank you very much for following. If you like to see more, if you want to see more, please subscribe and follow. You will be able to see a lot of interesting stuff when I really start putting time into this. Like you will be able to see how will I open the company, how will I acquire clients, how will I start earning some money, if possible. And you will see how I develop my personal projects and what is actually the threshold of the knowledge that you need to have to be able to start doing your own business. Like as you can see, I have been doing this for 3 days and we have already some kind of useful practical knowledge which can be used to make some simple web pages, as you can see here. So stay tuned and have a nice day. Thank you very much for following.